So yesterday was my first Spravato appointment. Um, so they gave me the lowest dose that you can get. I think he said it was 56 milligrams or whatever they measure it by. So my experience with the first dose, I would say really not much happened. It just kind of felt about like 10 minutes after they had me do the second like medicine thing up the nose. 10 minutes after that, um, I started feeling like really heavy and just really not sleepy, but like tired. Like my body felt heavy, my eyelids felt heavy. And a little bit after that, I started to notice like some changes in my vision. Where I was laying on the bed, the curtain in front of the bed had like these flower patterns on it that were like blue and orange. And I was staring at the flowers, and my vision kind of made the flowers seem like they were moving slightly, like if the curtains were breathing, and that's how I would describe it. But other than that, it never really went past like that sort of experience. Like it never really got higher than that. Um, One thing I did notice when I closed my eyes, it was more, I saw more like colors and patterns, almost like looking through like a kaleidoscope, just not as bright. But there was like colors behind my eyelids, and like I was seeing like circles and triangles and like shapes, different shapes. So I sat there. The procedure is 2 hours long, but the drug itself lasted, I would say, about an hour. So for an hour, I was just sitting there listening to music. There's playlists like on Spotify that are specifically called like Spravato, not Spravato, Spravato playlist. So I was listening to those, and it's pretty much the music is just like all instrumental, like meditation, hippie music. So I was doing that for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then after that, it kind of started to wear off. Um, like I started feeling less heavy, like I started feeling normal again. So for my very first dose, nothing really mentionable or like out there or like memorable happened. Um, but on Friday, which is 2 days from now, I go for the second dose. And in the second dose, they raise it to 80 milligrams or 80 whatever. So that's going to be 3 of the injectors up the nose. So Friday is when I go for that at the same time in the afternoon. So yeah, not much happened. Like it was kind of like eating like a THC edible, like a weed gummy, but like not as normally if I were to just straight up eat full weed gummy. I don't, something about weed makes me like panic, like paranoid, like I don't know, like I just start breathing heavy and then I get like anxious about it and then sometimes it causes a panic attack, which is why I don't really partake in that too often. And if I do, it has to be really, like I have to cut the edibles in quarters and take a quarter of it. in order so it doesn't get too crazy. But yeah, my first Spravato experience, not really noteworthy, just very calm. I wasn't anxious, like I wasn't focused on my breathing or anything. It was calm and mellow and just I was just laying there with my eyes closed listening to the music. So not really much of an update, but I wanted to make a video anyways. So on Friday, hopefully there'll be like a big enough change to where I can like say I really felt something different. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be the end of this little update. I said hopefully Friday brings more positives and I'll update then. Hopefully.